Hello, hello, welcome to my space. I hope you are doing well. So, listen, I see that you appreciate the messages that I put before my readings, and so I had an idea. I have a lot of quotes that I wrote, and I decided that here and there I would share with you a quote. So, I hope that you like this idea. Let me know. It's just, one or two quotes, and then we get into the reading. So, for today, the one that came up that I'll share with you, it is being surrounded by judgmental and critical people feels like carrying an invisible weight every single day. Being surrounded by judgmental and critical people makes you question your worth, even when you are doing your best. Being surrounded by judgmental and critical people is like having negative beliefs and fear mongering thoughts forced into your mind. Please protect your peace. So, this is for the quotes for today. So, if you are surrounded by very critical people and you don't realize the effect that it has on your mind and why you might be overthinking or why you might be very critical or maybe a perfectionist, which is a problem. Being a perfectionist, you need to heal that because you cannot be happy while being a perfectionist, right? So if all of those things you are dealing with them, so I hope that you realize that the reason might be because you might be surrounded or you might have grown up with people that were very critical and judgmental. And just something that I want to point out. 1 second, I'm just putting my iPad to the side. It is that most of those people that are very often extremely judgmental and extremely critical, those are people that usually don't take a lot of risks in their life, and it's very easy for them to sit on the side and criticize others. And who are they criticizing? Those who are doing, those who are taking risk, those who are respecting their own identity, who are following their own soul path. So, just food for observation, okay? So, let me know in the comments if you enjoy those kind of short introduction. I would love to know. So, let's see. I didn't plan anything here, but I am attracted to some decks, so those are the ones that I'm going to use. But first of all, let me start here. Let's take 3 or 4 cards from here and see what I'm getting. There is a party going outside, so I don't know if you hear it. I hope that you don't. I closed the window, but okay. Oh, it seems like somebody is facing their own mirror, kind of filled with honesty, with courage. It's good. Maybe they are cleansing off, releasing important things that are related to their intimacy. When I'm saying intimacy, I'm not especially talking about schmexuality, but it can be with their intimate self, with their inner self. And this is so important because it is allowing them to bloom, right? They are taking off important burdens. And I kind of feel here that we are talking, it might be you, it might be someone in your environment, it might be someone who might have got lost in other people's mirrors in the past. And finally, they are not doing that anymore. They are facing their own mirror. It is so important. Yeah, they are being honest with their own role in their own destiny, in their own path, in their own relationships. They are taking accountability for their part. And taking accountability, it is, for example, you know, if you are a people pleaser, so you can get to a place where you become very resentful. Why? Because the day that you need others to help you, or you finally ask for something and somebody tells you no, you might feel very resentful. Why? Because you never said no to no one. And so how they tell me no when I always helped them what they needed. And so it can create a lot of resentment, right? But at the end of the day, we have to realize that not saying no, it was our choice. This is our responsibility. And now we might be frustrated and resentful because we didn't get what we bargained for. But it was our responsibility not to give ourselves so freely. So it kind of feel here that somebody is facing the mirror, right? And taking truly, be honest about their role in their suffering. It is beautiful, followed by the bath. Listen, this is release, this is cleansing off. It's beautiful. Talking about the most intimate matters, which might be, you know, the self-talk with yourself. And then ending here with the vase, with the blooming, growth, bloom. This opens the door to new opportunities. Going through this path, you know, of facing the mirror, cleansing off. This is healing. This is healing. The bath and the bedroom, this is healing. Yeah, it opens the door to a whole new reality, a whole new world. Beautiful. I love it. Okay, so I will keep those cards outside just for me to be able to see them. You don't truly need them because I don't want everything to take a lot of space here. But I will keep them here. Can you see them? I don't think you can, but it's not truly important. If I will need them at a moment or another, I will show them back to you. Right, I'm gonna close this so I keep my table clean. I like to have my space open. Okay, so what deck should I use now? Got it. Let's see. What are we going to talk about now? Maybe it will be related to the cards that I just took. It doesn't have to. Most of the time it is. Most of the time it is. So, tell me. Oppa, no, this is too much. I will take this one, but all of this, no. The first card, it is moving. Can you see this one? I need to step up to see. Yes, you can see it, absolutely. We have cycles. Okay. Yeah, there is some kind of change happening here. Kind of feel that it might be someone around you. It might also be you. We have pregnancy in reverse. We have they'll be back. Okay. Moving on in reverse. Give it time in reverse. It kind of feels like it is something that is happening now with the cycle. In the second position, the cycle is also talking about karma. So I kind of feel, considering the card that we had before, that maybe somehow you have, I will say it this way because I think that it's the nicest way of saying it, you have invited someone to look at their own mirror, right? And it seems like there is some kind of movement here, which is beautiful. And I kind of feel that this person was not expecting this kind of change inside of them, right? 1 second. Intuition in reverse, let go, and Mercury retrograde. Yeah, okay. So, we are talking here about someone that I feel like they did to you something, right? In the past. Something happened, they did to you something. And I feel here that they thought that they could just put it to the side and move forward, you know, without looking back. Might be someone who ghosted you or someone, you know, they just put you to the side and thought that they could forget about it. And apparently it is not the case. It is not the case because you have brought some kind of awakening in them. Is it what you said? Is it what you did after they just moved on? Is it because you moved on? I don't know. Everyone their story, right? But I kind of feel that your energies are very, very present in this person. They'll be back in the upright, move on in the reverse. So they cannot move on, right? They cannot move on. They cannot push it to the side anymore. Give it time. They cannot do it. Their intuition is blocked. Their intuition is blocked. This is kind of telling me that we might be dealing here with someone who took your, I call it the cups energy, but the fact that you are emotional, sensitive, empathetic, all those kind of things, they took it for weakness. They might have judged you very, very harshly, thinking that you are stupid, that you are naive, all those kind of things. And they realize now, in fact, that it's not the case, because someone who is connected to their heart space and they are healed, of course, or they are in a healing process, in a self-awareness process, all those kind of things, they are very intuitive. Anyway, someone who is connected to their heart space, they are intuitive. It doesn't matter, but the only problem it is that if they are unhealed, they might not trust their intuition. They might get lost between their mind and their intuition. In order to truly embrace your intuition, you have to be in a quiet place within yourself. And this often requires healing, right? So, okay, let's get into the tarot. Get more information about all of that. Just a reminder, I didn't do my intro, so I will do it now. This is a group reading, which means that it might be for you, it might be partly for you, and it might not be for you. So please take what resonates, leave the rest. You are already supposed to know what we are talking about. I'm here to give you a little bit more information, some insights, maybe confirmation, as said, about something that you are already aware of or that truly resonates with you, because it is kind of a confirmation about something that you could feel internally, right? If I'm talking about masculines or feminines, I am not talking about the gender. I am talking about the energy from where someone is operating. So apply it however it applies to the people in your life. And this can be past, present, or future. So let's see. I'm laughing, right? Because I see I'm always looking also, I'm looking at the cards, the position, but then I'm looking at the first card and the last card. And very often it is very funny. It is very funny. And this is why I'm laughing, because I see this Mercury retrograde. What is Mercury retrograde? It is like nothing is going right in your life. We say that when Mercury is retrograde, this is the time where you will lose your keys, you will forget your cards somewhere, the machines in the house won't work. Suddenly, like all kind of small but very boring things happening. With the electrical system, it doesn't work, or all kind of inconveniences like this. And it's also said that it's better, don't sign a contract in Mercury retrograde, right? So when I see this Mercury retrograde, there is also a car here, like nothing is working. There are stupid, boring issues all the time. And I kind of feel that very often when the highest, the universe, however you want to call it, wants to awaken someone to the fact that they need to change their ways, otherwise they will be hit very seriously. They are doing it by creating Mercury retrograde situations. Like, it's a way to work on their nerves, to force them into some kind of mental, emotional exhaustion, so they have to stop for a moment and think, right? Because it's very often people who are trying to escape their thoughts, sorry, escape their conscience, all those kind of things, right? So very often, I feel that this is what the universe is doing. It's like clapping and saying, no, you won't get away here. I will make your life miserable until you are taking charge of what you need to take charge of, right? And so here we are starting with moving. So somebody trying to move something to the side, avoiding the karma, avoiding the to stop and think about whatever they are doing that they need to stop. And so that we are ending here with Mercury retrograde. Like, you think that you can move whatever you did to the side, you think that you can, just go here, create all kind of distractions, and then just move yourself to another place and create all kind of distractions and then move again. No, you can't. You can't. The move on is in reverse. You can't. And you don't have time. It is now. It is now. Mercury retrograde. And I kind of feel that one of the things that put it in motion, it is the fact that you let go. That you let go of this person. Maybe this person was hoping that by moving or by doing as if they don't care, you would I don't know how to say that. You would hold on to them, right? You would hold on, but you didn't. You let it go. You let it go. So let's get into it. This was funny. Okay, so what should the collective be aware of? Okay, wait, I need to shuffle. What should the collective be aware of in this situation? Yeah, so I'm looking again at this mirror that we have here. So I kind of feel that somebody was forced to face the mirror. I don't feel, considering what we have here, that it was a choice. We also have the unexpected here. So I truly feel that they didn't truly have a choice. They were put there. Okay, so we have the Nine of Pentacles in reverse. And we might be talking here about someone where appearances are very, very important. They might be surrounded by kind of people that they should not work with. With this Three of Pentacles in reverse here, I kind of feel here this Nine of Pentacles, it is someone who is overspending, right? So I don't know if they don't do money, if they are dependent on someone for their money. I don't feel any information regarding that, but I kind of feel that it's someone for who appearances are very, very important and they are overspending. And maybe what is happening here, the Mercury retrograde, it is that whoever was helping them, they are not helping them anymore. Let's see, let's get a few more cards. See if I get a clearer image here of this Three of Pentacles. If not, I will take from there. Yeah, okay. So they were getting some kind of help. They were dependent here on someone financially, and they are not getting help anymore. 3 and 3. We have 2 times 3 here. They are not getting any help anymore. And right now they don't know what to do. They feel lost because they didn't expect not to get this help or this support anymore, right? With this Nine of Pentacles in reverse, we might also be talking, for example, we might be talking about someone who was a copycat, let's say online. Somebody who was making money from accounts, but their accounts were fed by material that they were stealing from someone else, and they cannot do it anymore. It can be that, or it can be, for example, someone who was living in the house of someone where they didn't have to pay for, how do we say, for rent, for example, right? Everything was paid maybe, and it stopped. Anyway, whatever help they received here, obviously they don't get it. So it kind of feels that they don't know what will happen regarding their future, and it is a catastrophe. But as said, from what we see here with the cards, I kind of feel that this is their karma. It is what was supposed to happen in order for them to stop and reevaluate themselves and their life choices, right? So maybe also they have to move now, because maybe the place where they were living, they cannot live there for free anymore, and maybe they cannot afford it. It can be. It can be. Anyway, there is here some kind of financial dependency on someone. While at the same time, I'm telling you, I feel that we are talking here about a big spender. And it's not a big spender because they have the means to spend, but they are spending. Maybe we are talking about someone who is addicted to money games, gambling, maybe. Tell me more, please. What should the collective be aware of? Interesting, interesting. Yeah, I kind of feel that we are dealing here with someone. You know, we might be talking about someone who is a little bit like, who has the Peter Pan syndrome. I don't know if you know what it means. It means like an adult that wants to stay a little child. They want to stay a little child. They don't grow up. They don't get any maturity. And I kind of feel that maybe they had the support from someone, maybe a parent, but they don't have this support anymore. They don't have this support anymore. And I kind of feel that the reason why it is because this person is acting very, very recklessly. This is the reason why they are taking stupid risks. Maybe, you know, maybe they are coming from financially rich background, so the parent can help, but they understood that because they are helping, this person is staying stuck. They are staying in the stage of I'm a child, while they might be a full-blown adult. They might even have children, but they are still behaving like a child. But the reason being, it is because there is some kind of dynamic. Because, I will tell you something, there is a difference between treating someone like a child or supporting them financially. It is not the same, because a parent can totally help financially a child, for example. But then they do it in such a way where the child, the adult child, is still responsible of the money, right? Because many of those parents, what they are doing is they are kind of using money in order to control their child. So they are treating their adult child like a child. And so the dynamic itself is the issue. The child, the adult child, is not growing up, but in fact, the person responsible, it is the parent. And it is not because the parent is helping them financially. It's because how they are treating their child and the way that they are helping them financially. Right? Kind of feel here that this is what is going on. Yeah, and so apparently whoever was helping them, it can be a parent, it can be a grandparent, it can be an uncle, it can be a sibling, maybe, I don't know. But there have been some very, very reckless behavior here. And I kind of feel that this is why this person decided to stop helping, which creates a tower. Let's see, what else should we be aware of? The moon in reverse, the Eight of Cups in reverse. Yeah, there is something here that has been discovered. Something here that has been discovered. There is no more confusion, no more illusions. Kind of feel here that we are once again talking about the lack of responsibility. The lack of responsibility. Let's see. Let's see this Eight of Cups here. I kind of feel that this parental figure, I will call it, has realized that the person that they were helping was totally irresponsible, totally emotionally irresponsible. Let's see. Tell me more here, please, about this Eight of Cups. Why did it come up? Temperance. Five of Swords in reverse. Yeah, I kind of feel that they understand that the only way to make this person gain some kind of maturity, take responsibility about the choices that they are making in their lives, and also stop lying and manipulating everyone, because this is kind of what they are doing here. That the only way to bring some kind of balance, it is by stopping supporting this person. Temperance. This is kind of the only solution that they see as valuable. Honestly, I'm not sure that it is. Every situation is different, but often this is not the solution. Often the solution is for both people here to go to therapy and to go to therapy together. Because as a healer, I can tell you that very often somebody also stays in a childish state, it's totally this person needs therapy. This person needs therapy. Yeah. Okay, I don't know why are we getting all of that here? Okay. Up. Yeah, they think that it's the only way for this person to grow. To grow. The Empress in reverse. Are we talking here about someone? The Page of Cups here. I don't know, I kind of feel someone that, you know, might be schmexually, have some kind of schmexual addiction. Something like that. Maybe I'm mistaken, I don't know. The Empress in reverse, lack of abundance. Tell me more here, please, about this Empress in reverse. The Hierophant in reverse. The Six of Swords in reverse. Yeah, I kind of feel that they are trying to stop this Page of Cups of acting in reckless ways. Yeah, they want them to heal. They want them to heal. This is what they want. So that they will stop acting in those ways without morality, integrity, ethics, presenting themselves to be something that they are not. I kind of feel that there is some kind of heavy truth that came out here. I kind of feel that we might be talking here, right, about this is someone that you know. This is someone that you dealt with, that presented themselves to be one thing when in fact they are something totally different. They might be very arrogant, entitled, prideful, right? But their life is an illusion. They have nothing. They are living like a child. They are totally dependent on a parental figure, maybe. And it's not that they are dependent on the parental figure in a material way, right? They are still acting without a sense of responsibility. And I kind of feel that this is the person that you were dealing with. And that this person has acted in very, very ugly ways towards you. And they thought that they could put it aside. But they cannot, because something that they did, something reckless that they did, no respect, nothing, impulsive, maybe out of anger, maybe out of frustration, maybe out of ego, of hurt ego, maybe you said something that they didn't like, and so they wanted to hurt you, and they did something, but whatever they did was extremely childish, and it has been exposed. And I kind of feel that this person that was helping them and supporting them is disgusted, and they are taking distance now. They are taking distance because they have understood here something about this person. How, in fact, the fact that they were helping this person was not truly helping them. You know, it is like if a parent will give money to their child in order to go to therapy, but instead of going to therapy, this child is using this money, and when I'm saying child, we're talking about an adult, right? Is using this money in order to buy the white powder, or to go and party, or to be flamboyant with their friends, invite all their friends, you know, to eat or whatever, in order to present themselves as someone that they are not. You know, like being arrogant on based on using somebody else's assets and pretending that it's theirs. Understood? Like something like that. This is what I feel here. And I feel that maybe the reason why we are talking about this, it is because this Page of Cups, whatever reckless action that they took, it was against you. It was against you. And maybe it is because you realized that in fact they were very immature. They were acting like a child. Maybe you didn't understand that in fact their whole way of living, they were not providing for whatever they were appearing, right? There was somebody else providing them the finances to maintain some kind of standard of life. But I kind of feel that you might have said something that might have put a finger on the fact that this person is dependent. And they thought that maybe you could see behind the mask, and that you understood that in fact all their life was a facade. Let's see. What else should we know here? Yeah, look, somebody was giving them money. Somebody was giving them money. And they are not anymore. Somebody was giving them money, and they were pretending to be someone that they are not. Again, Queen of Pentacles in reverse, a big spender. Someone who would do a lot in order to get money. Because status, appearances, all of this, very important to them. But they were doing that with money that is not theirs. Interesting. Okay. Tell me more here, please. Yeah, they are burdened now. Yeah, now they are burdened. Yeah, they are burdened because they don't get any money anymore. They don't get any money anymore. It's over. Tell me more here, please. Yeah, it's blocked. It is blocked. Yeah, we are talking about family. Yeah, they don't get the money anymore. Can you see that? Yes, you can. Yeah, they were pretending that everything was fine and dandy, but it was not. Let's see why this Ten of Cups came out here. What should we know here about the Ten of Cups? What's about this Ten of Cups? Three of Pentacles in reverse. Queen of Pentacles in reverse. Yeah. Yeah, it was the family that was helping them maintain some kind of lavish lifestyle. Yep. Okay. Tell me more here, please. Blocked. Blocked. Yes, they want to force this person to stop and think about what they are doing. They want them to force into stopping and thinking about what they are doing. This is why they don't give them money anymore, because if they have money, they will escape. They want to force them to think about what they are doing. Tell me more here, please. I wanted to say before I took those cards, if we have a cross watcher here, right? And the cross watcher is the parent. What I wanted to say, it is if you want to block your finances, do whatever, right? But I would suggest to give money for therapy, but I wouldn't give money to this child, right? Because we know that this child is not to be trusted, but directly to the therapist. So yes, they need to find the therapist that they want to work with, obviously. But this alone, when they are in this stage of stressed, anxious, everything, it might be truly, truly helpful to have the support of a therapist. Yeah. Yeah. And I'm also saying that because the Two of Swords came out in the reverse. So this person, the King of Pentacles here, dear cross watcher, if you are here, right? I understand that you yourself are very stressed out since you understood what is going on. So just, I know that there is this idea, okay, I want them to grow up, I want them to gain maturity, so I will cut out the finances, and so they will have no choice but to become an adult. No, they have another choice, you know. And I don't mean that, you know. I'm just saying that very often the issue is also an issue where you are involved, right? There is something about your relationship together with this child, the way that you are treating this child, this adult child. So it would be good to invest some money in family therapy, something like that. Let's go for closure. Let's go for closure. Listen, my dear collective, I don't know why we had this reading. I hope that you know why. I hope that you know why. I'm just delivering the messages. Closure, please. Closure, please. Justice. Nine of Cups in reverse and Justice. Okay, listen. This person needs to learn to become independent. They have acted in very entitled and arrogant ways. And whatever they are going through here, looking back at this Mercury retrograde, that made me laugh, right? Yeah, this is what needs to happen, right? Because this is justice, because this person needs to be stopped. They need to be stopped for what they are doing. Yeah. This is what's going on here. Yeah, the arrogance is not acceptable. This is justice playing out. Yeah. They have to take the lead of their life and being someone that they can be proud of instead of trying to win at all cost. Yeah, there is a childhood wound here that needs healing. Yeah, because they are manipulating everyone. Yeah, they are putting a lot of energy into how can I the best manipulate someone to lead them to where I want. And they are manipulating everyone. Their friends, their relationships. They are manipulating everyone. Yeah, it's not good. It's not good. Yeah, creating illusions, delusions. They have to go towards a new beginning. Yeah, there needs to be some kind of detachment. I kind of feel that between this parent and adult child, there is here something that needs to be healed. Absolutely. There is here something that they need to work on together. Listen, we might be talking about your spouse. Maybe, I don't know. Maybe about your child. I don't know. I don't know. I will leave it here. I hope that it's helpful, either way or another. I would love to read you in the comments. I wish you a beautiful day, afternoon, evening, whenever you are watching me. Until very, very soon. Bye.